Now this is a rational inequality, and the first thing that we have to do is get rid of the fractions in this equation if we can, or this inequality. And I do that by multiplying everything by x minus 3 all squared. Now why x minus 3 all squared? Well, that's because that's a positive number. When you square any number, you get a positive number. We can't just take the x minus 3 across and multiply by 5, or take the 2 across and multiply here, because the signs may very well change. So we just, when we have this type of question, a rational inequality, multiply by a number that you know is definitely positive, and any real number squared is positive. And now what that allows us to do then is get rid of the fractions. So we've got 2x minus 5, and I'm multiplying that by x minus 3 squared. And x minus 3 squared is x minus 3 times x minus 3. And that's all above x minus 3. And that's less than or equal to, and I have to multiply both sides, okay? I can't just multiply one side. X minus 3 squared. And what we have here then is we have an x minus 3 here that will divide by an x minus 3 in the top. So that leaves me now with 2x times x is 2x squared, 2x times minus 3, minus 5 times x, and minus 5 times minus 3, which is plus 15. And see this 2 here? I'm going to take that across the equal sign, and if it's been divided on one side, it'll be multiplied on the other. And that leaves me then just with 5 times, sorry, that squared shouldn't be there. So x minus 3 times x minus 3. That will give me x squared minus 6x plus 9. So 2 times 2x squared gives me 4x squared. This is minus 11x multiplied by 2, and plus 15 multiplied by 2 is 30. Now 5 times x squared is 5x squared, and I'm going to take it across here. I shouldn't really skip these steps, but it's just there's not a lot of room left in this particular part of the exam to write in the full answer. 5 times minus 6x is minus 30x. If I bring it across, it's plus 30x. And 5 times 9 is 45, so if I bring that across, it becomes minus 45. And that's less than or equal to 0. 4x squared, take away 5x squared is minus 1x squared. Minus 22x plus 30x is 8x. And 30 take away 45 is minus 15. And that's less than or equal to 0. Now I'm going to multiply everything by minus 1. So x squared minus 5x plus 15. And now that's greater than or equal to 0. And sorry, this is plus 8x. I don't know where I got that minus 5x. And what I do now is I solve that equation, solve the quadratic. You can use your minus b, or you can use factorizing. And when you solve it, the two values of x are x equals 5 and x equals 3. Now we're looking for the values where that is greater than or equal to 0. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw out a little cubic graph here, or a little quadratic graph, sorry. Now my roots are 3 and 5, and it's a positive x squared graph, so it'll look like this. So where is that greater than or equal to 0? That's what the question's asking me. Where is it greater than or equal to 0? If I substitute in any value here, I'll get out a value that's greater than 0. Likewise, if I substitute any of these values, I'll always have a positive y value, or a value that's greater than 0 or equal to 0. But then just pay attention to the question. X cannot be 3. So 3 cannot be part of my solution, because if it was, the bottom line would be 0. 3 take away 3 is 0. So my answer is is X is less than 3. It's not equal to 3, it's not allowed to be 3. Or X is greater than or equal to 5.